Hi, I'm Sharon Bulova, Chairman of the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors. As many of you already know, I'll be retiring at the end of December 2019 after serving 31 years on the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, 11 years as chairman, and 20 years before that as the Braddock District Supervisor. During my very first year on the Board of Supervisors in 1988, Fairfax County's population was approximately 746,600. Since then, our population has grown by 54.4% to roughly 1.15 million residents. We are a very different county than we were when I first took office as a freshman supervisor of what was then called the Annandale District. Over the past decade, while I've had the honor to serve you as the chairman, Fairfax County has welcomed Metro's Silver Line to Tysons and Reston, ushered in new land use plans for Tysons and other areas of the county in need of revitalization, re-engineered our police policies to include more transparency and de-escalation tactics, created Diversion First, a program for people with mental illness or developmental disabilities who may experience an encounter with law enforcement to receive treatment instead of incarceration, updated the county's environmental vision to include a chapter focusing on energy efficiency and climate, created a joint environmental task force with the school board, the JET, and an energy and climate action plan with a community advisory team, navigated the financial crisis caused by the Great Recession with the county's coveted AAA bond rating by all three rating agencies still intact, reduced homelessness by nearly 50% by putting a roof over homeless individuals' heads and connecting them with the resources they need to get back on their feet. Lastly, and most importantly, our board, in partnership with the school board, established One Fairfax, a social and racial equity policy to ensure that all residents of Fairfax County have access to equitable opportunities. Let's take a deeper dive into some of these areas in this, my final State of the County address. As a founder of the Virginia Railway Express, the VRE, which opened in 1992, I can honestly say it is amazing how far Fairfax County has come with mass transit. Once a sleepy suburb where cars were the main way to get around, Fairfax County is now home to 11 metro stations, with 3 more coming online in the county next year: Reston Town Center, Herndon, and Innovation Center. The other Silver Line Phase 2 stations, Dulles Airport, Loudoun Gateway, and Ashburn, will take riders to the airport and into Loudoun County. The Rail to Dulles vision has been in the works for decades, and we have had many generations of leaders and community members to thank for passing the torch and keeping the initiative alive. The Fairfax Connector bus system works in tandem with metro stations and park and ride lots to help commuters make the connections they need. Recently, Fairfax Connector partnered with the schools to launch a student bus pass pilot program. Students in middle school and high school can use the Connector bus for free to get to and from school and evening activities. This year, the board funded a pilot program to allow students at Justice High School to use their student passes on Metrobus. Fairfax Connector buses are equipped with bike racks so that commuters can incorporate biking and exercise into their trip. Since our countywide bicycle master plan was adopted in 2014, we've added over 100 miles of bike infrastructure to make Fairfax County more bike-friendly. We are also proud to be a member of Capital Bike Share. Since 2016, 29 bike sharing facilities have been added to Fairfax County, enlivening our urban areas of Reston and Tysons. 36 additional bike sharing facilities are slated for Fairfax County in the coming year. Fairfax County understands that pedestrian walkways, paths, and trails are not just for recreation, but serve as an important bike and pedestrian connection. This past year, Fairfax County added a missing link in the sidewalk system along Route 7 under the 123 bridge in Tysons to connect Greensboro Metro with surrounding businesses. Now, 11 miles of paths and sidewalks along Leesburg Pike create a seamless connection from the Dulles Toll Road all the way to the city of Alexandria. Another pedestrian and bike improvement is the newly paved and well-lit Vesper Trail in Vienna. The trail opened this year and connects residential neighborhoods to the Spring Hill Metro Station and nearby restaurants and retail in Tysons. Multimodal transportation is our goal in Fairfax County. We want commuters to have access to a wide array of travel choices. I'm excited that Fairfax County's first bus rapid transit system will be coming to the Richmond Highway corridor in southeast Fairfax County as part of the Embark Richmond Highway project. Road widening, signal upgrades, and additional turn lanes will reduce traffic congestion and lay the foundation for future metro stations. The Richmond Highway corridor is primed for revitalization, and these transportation improvements will help turn this highway into a vibrant and modern destination. In November 2018, the Jones Branch Connector opened as one lane in each direction, helping traffic flow near the Tysons Corner Center. The road will be fully completed later this year, is expected to carry more than 21,000 vehicles per day, and will include brand new bike and pedestrian facilities. Perhaps most importantly, you may have noticed construction preparation along I-66 outside the Beltway. Over the next few years, 22.5 miles of new express lanes will be added alongside 3 regular lanes on I-66 from I-495 to Gainesville. New bus service, expanded park and ride lots, and 11 miles of new bike and pedestrian trails will be included in the transformation of I-66. As Fairfax County continues to grow and urbanize, planning for and investing in multimodal transportation solutions has never been more important. With the support of our community, we've become more transparent in our public safety agencies. As a result of the Ad Hoc Police Practices Review Commission, our police department, under the leadership of Chief Ed Rossler, created a Media Relations Bureau led by civilians, follows updated policies regarding release of information in a clear and timely manner, established a renewed focus on preserving sanctity of life and de-escalation tactics, and works with an independent police auditor and civilian review panel, which adds new layers of civilian oversight. The Ad Hoc Police Practices Review Commission served as a catalyst for re-engineering many of our police policies. The commission included 70 members of the main committee and numerous subcommittees. The commission made 202 policy recommendations in areas of use of force, communication, civilian oversight, diversity, recruitment and vetting, and mental health. I'm very proud that Fairfax County has implemented over 90% of these recommendations to date. The Ad Hoc Commission also recommended the use of police body-worn cameras. In response, our police department launched a body-worn camera pilot program. The pilot lasted for 180 days at the Reston, Mason, and Mount Vernon district stations. American University partnered with our police department to collect and analyze the pilot program data and the results were recently shared with the Board of Supervisors and the community. A future Board of Supervisors will have the task of deciding how to move forward with this information for future budget cycles. I'm proud that Fairfax County offers alternatives to incarceration for individuals with mental illness who come into contact with law enforcement for low-level offenses. Since Diversion First was implemented in 2016, nearly 1,400 individuals experiencing mental illness have been diverted from potential arrest and into treatment services and supports instead. 1 in 5 Americans has a mental illness, and having a mental illness is not a crime. The Office of Sheriff Stacy Kincaid, the Fairfax County Circuit Courts, and the Fairfax County Falls Church Community Services Board collaborated to launch a drug treatment court last year. In addition to reducing recidivism and helping individuals get the treatment they need, studies have shown that drug courts can save localities close to $6,000 per offender compared to incarceration. Fairfax County's Fire Chief, Chief John Butler, has been working for over a year to ensure that Fairfax County's Fire and Rescue Department is a positive and welcoming environment with top-notch and highly trained employees. Chief Butler's leadership is building a more collaborative culture that matches Fairfax County's One Fairfax policy, which calls for fairness and equity. So far, Chief Butler has created an Equity and Inclusion Council, established officer development academies for leadership and development opportunities, and created a uniform work-life officer role to help address the challenges our men and women face in working a demanding 24-hour schedule. Our 911 call center continues to be one of the best nationwide, handling nearly 400,000 911 calls and 420,000 non-emergency calls annually. They are always there and always ready 24/7. Fairfax County is the safest jurisdiction of its size in the nation, and this is a very important reason why families and businesses move here, stay here, and thrive here. Thank you to all our excellent public safety personnel who protect and serve our entire community every day. Fairfax County is making great strides in the area of climate, energy, and the environment. As chairman, I recently established a joint environmental task force called the JET, which consists of 2 members of the Board of Supervisors and 2 members of the school board. I'm excited about this collaboration and look forward to the innovative and visionary ideas that will stem from the JET. We are also partnering with the school board to seek bids to install solar panels at more than 200 school and government buildings. This represents a large-scale county-wide commitment to renewable energy. I'm hopeful this step forward will set a positive tone for our students and the business community in Fairfax County. While Fairfax County government and school facilities produce 3% of carbon emissions, the other 97% is generated by residents and businesses. It is important that we all do our part to be leaders in energy efficiency. Fairfax County is in its 3rd year of Solarize Fairfax County. This is a campaign to help reduce the cost and the complexity of installing solar panels for homes and businesses. Overall, more than 1,800 homeowners and businesses have received free solar site assessments, and more than 60 have signed contracts for the discounted panels. New this year, we're offering discounted electric vehicle charging stations as part of the Solarize Fairfax County campaign. For the 2nd year in a row, Fairfax County offered an LED light bulb exchange at regional public libraries. Residents could receive up to 5 free LEDs per household. In 2018, we distributed 8,000 LEDs, which equates to a total savings of nearly 200,000 kilowatt hours and $22,000 each year. Fairfax County was recognized as a Tree City USA by the Arbor Day Foundation in 2019. This marks the 36th year in a row. Our county has approximately 44 million trees, and our tree cover is 57%. With these great numbers, we have already exceeded our 30-year tree canopy goal. Trees add tremendous value to our environment as well as to our property values, and we encourage residents and businesses to continue to plant. Recently, the Board of Supervisors adopted the first ever operational energy strategy, which calls for reducing energy consumption in local government facilities by 20% per square foot over the next 10 years. We have also updated our environmental vision and included funding for new staff positions for the new Office of Environmental and Energy Coordination. I am confident that the future Board of Supervisors will continue to build upon this foundation with even bolder visions and goals to ensure a healthy environment for generations to come. Health, housing, and human services agencies provide building blocks to help people and communities thrive. Safe and affordable housing, behavioral health supports, job training, and a strong start for our children are some of the services that create opportunities for all. Fairfax County recently completed a community-wide housing strategic planning process that sets a vision for housing that is affordable for individuals and for families over the next 15 years. This year, the Affordable Housing Resources Panel, made up of community members and nonprofits, made some excellent recommendations for addressing our affordable housing goals. Our budget this year made a down payment on this priority, but a future Board of Supervisors will be tasked with implementing those recommendations. Fairfax County recently completed a 10-year effort to address homelessness. I'm pleased to share that by helping individuals get the supports they need, Fairfax County has successfully reduced homelessness by nearly 50%. The Welcoming Inclusion Network, known as WIN, engaged community stakeholders to make recommendations to the board on how to transform delivery of developmental disability employment and day services. Implementation of those recommendations are already underway. This past summer, I hosted the first ever Disability Inclusion Conference at the Fairfax County Government Center, along with the ARC of Northern Virginia. We had an incredible turnout from the community. All of us there benefited from exploring how we can work to include adults with developmental disabilities in all aspects of community life, from employment to housing to inclusive public spaces. I'm also proud that today residents can walk into the Community Services Board's Merrifield Center and receive a mental health and substance use assessment the same day. Looking toward the future, Fairfax County is working to improve our IT system for human services, to streamline information, improve the customer experience, and make it easier for residents to enroll in our services. It should be simple for residents to connect with the programs and services that they need. Our health and human services agencies partner with the schools and public safety to make progress toward a number of mutual goals, providing equitable school readiness for all children, combating the opioid epidemic, preventing gang involvement, helping victims of domestic and sexual violence, and fighting human trafficking are all critical initiatives that make our community healthier and more resilient. Looking out for one another is what Fairfax County does best. At some point in our lives, all of us will need a hand. We all do better when we all do better. In the last 30 years, the number of jobs in Fairfax County has nearly doubled, from 330,000 jobs to over 610,000 jobs. I was elected chairman just as the Great Recession began to materialize. As chairman of the board and budget chair, I'm proud to have helped lead the county through this crisis and on the road to recovery, keeping our AAA bond ratings intact and seeing the addition of 25,000 new jobs in the past 10 years. Fairfax County has created an economic success plan that serves as a roadmap for us to continue to grow and expand our economy. The plan centers around 4 themes: people, places, employment, and governance, and focuses on 6 goals. To further diversify our economy, create places where people want to be, improve the speed, consistency, and predictability of the land use process, invest in natural and physical infrastructure, achieve economic success through education and social equity, and increase the agility of county government. At its core, economic development is the intersection of many important aspects of community life. When we invest in great schools, public transportation, an extensive park system, and quality public services, business owners, employees, and their families want to be part of that thriving ecosystem. Today, Fairfax County is home to 10 Fortune 500 company headquarters and boasts one of the lowest unemployment rates in the nation. Fairfax County continues to attract and retain businesses from all over the globe, and our residents have access to ample opportunities from IT to healthcare to government contracting to starting and growing their own business. In the area of land use, Fairfax County is currently working to update and modernize our 40-year-old zoning ordinance through an initiative called ZMOD. The goal is for our zoning ordinance to be more user-friendly, easier to navigate, and more accommodating for emerging and future uses. Led by County Executive Brian Hill, we are also in the midst of forming a county-wide strategic plan with the community to shape the future together. The strategic plan will set a clear and community-driven vision for the next 10 to 20 years. It will align and integrate existing issue areas, provide a tool for focusing and prioritizing county initiatives, and provide a mechanism for achieving measurable outcomes as a test ground for autonomous vehicles and smart and connected streets. Fairfax County has an eye towards growth and innovation, and we plan to be at the forefront of what comes next. One Fairfax is the most impactful initiative our board has adopted during my term as chairman. One Fairfax is a joint social and racial equity policy adopted by the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors and the school board. It commits the county and the schools to intentionally consider equity when making policies or delivering programs and services. One Fairfax is a declaration that all residents deserve an equitable opportunity to succeed, regardless of race, gender, nationality, disability, income, or where they live. In 2019, I convened a stakeholder group to help plan a county-wide dialogue on racial equity. That dialogue is meant to foster open and honest discussions on issues surrounding race, with an ultimate goal of engaging the community to help inform the county's application of the One Fairfax policy. Race is interwoven into the fabric of our nation's history. When we look at the criminal justice system, education, healthcare, land use, and laws within every level of government, we must understand that structural inequities and real obstacles still remain as a result of our nation's history of discrimination. Every child in Fairfax County, regardless of zip code, should have access to an excellent education. Every person in Fairfax County should be treated fairly and with dignity under the law. Every family looking to buy or to rent a home should have the same information and the same access to opportunity as anyone else. When important decisions are being made in government, all residents should have the opportunity to engage and feel welcome in that process. This is the spirit of One Fairfax. I know that as Fairfax County continues to move forward, we will build upon the foundation of One Fairfax to ensure that all residents have equitable opportunities to thrive. I have been deeply honored to serve the residents of Fairfax County for these many years. I will really miss this job. Jurisdictions throughout the country look to Fairfax County as a leader and an innovator, and I'm proud working with my colleagues on the board and our excellent county staff to have led us to where we are today. Fairfax County is poised for many exciting opportunities ahead. I'm confident that the next Board of Supervisors, in partnership with our county executive, county staff, and members of the community, will make significant strides in areas such as affordable housing, energy and environment, transportation, and helping to create vibrant destinations and public spaces where people want to be. Thank you so much for your engagement. It is the partnership between county government and the community we serve that makes Fairfax County the wonderful place it is to live, to work, to play, and to grow older comfortably. Thank you so much.